Okay, so you know that meme, right? The one about how many holes a t-shirt has and like everyone's arguing about socks and coffee cups. It's kind of crazy.
It is, yeah.
I have to admit, like the first time I saw it, I was so confused.
It really makes you think.
Yeah, like obviously a sock doesn't have a hole, right? But then the meme's like 0 hole. And I'm like, hold on, am I missing something?
Yeah, it really messes with what we think of as a whole.
Exactly. And it's like this whole other thing from the world of topology.
Yeah.
So topology, help me out here. It's like math, but for shapes that can be stretched and squished?
Exactly. Think of it like Play-Doh. You can mold it, but you can't poke new holes in it.
Okay.
Or seal up existing ones. Topology is about what stays the same, even when you bend it, twist it, stretch it, as long as you don't tear it or glue it.
So less about the exact shape and more about like the essence of the shape.
Yes.
Like what makes a donut even if it's squished.
Yeah, you're getting it.
Okay.
In topology, what defines a hole is if you can pass all the way through the object.
Okay, so like with the coffee cup in the meme,
Right.
the handle is the hole because you can stick your finger through it.
Right.
But the opening at the top where you pour the coffee, that's not a hole.
Correct. It's not a hole in topology because it's not a separate passage through the object. You can't pass through the cup using that opening.
Gotcha. But you can with the handle, so that's one hole.
Yes.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get it. And a sock has 0 holes because there's no way to pass through it, even though it's got like that foot-shaped space inside.
Exactly.
The meme gets really fun when it comes to the pants and the t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, don't even get me started on the pants. I saw people debating whether the waistband counts as a hole or if it's 2 holes because of the legs. People were getting really into it.
Well, in topology, each pant leg is its own cylinder, and since you can pass through each leg, pants have 2 holes.
Okay, so if you lay them flat, you'd have 2 separate loops, each with a hole.
Okay.
That makes sense. But the t-shirt, they said it has 3 holes. I mean, I see the neck and the armholes, but where's the third one?
The third hole is still the neck hole. Think about it. You can pass your head through it from either direction. Same with the armholes. So those are the 3 passages that count as holes.
But what about the bottom opening of the shirt? You can definitely get into the shirt through there. Why wouldn't that count?
Imagine flattening the t-shirt out like a pancake. The neck and armholes would still be holes, but the bottom opening would just be part of the outer edge of that pancake shape. It's not a separate passage through the fabric.
Okay, so even though it looks like an opening, it's not a hole in the same way the neck and armholes are. It's more like the edge of the whole shirt shape.
Exactly, and this is where the meme is so interesting. It shows the difference between what we think of as a whole and how topology views them. It's all about continuous path through the object.
And the comments section was like a masterclass in topology. Everyone's debating.
Yeah.
What were some of the best comments? Because I bet people got really creative with this whole concept.
Oh, there were some good ones. Oh, there was one that said, humans are basically donuts with 7 holes. Oh my gosh, yes, I saw that one. Okay, wait, hold on, because at first it sounds crazy, but then you think about it. It's like, wait, they might be right. Yeah. It's playing on the idea that a human with all our, openings is similar to a donut.
Yeah, so we've got the,
Right.
2 obvious ones.
Right.
Then the nostrils and the ears.
And the tear ducts, which makes sense in this context.
7 holes. It's like everyone had turned into amateur anatomists analyzing themselves.
Yeah, it's really interesting how the simple concept of a hole can lead to these really out there ideas.
I saw a bunch of comments about how a topologist can't tell the difference between a coffee cup and a donut, which now I kind of get it, but it's still wild.
Yeah, that's one of the classic examples they use to show the main point of topology. You can actually turn a coffee mug into a donut shape without tearing or gluing anything.
Really?
Yeah, it's all about these continuous transformations. There are even videos online showing how it works.
That's crazy. But it really shows how topology isn't about the exact shape of something. It's more about the properties that stay the same, even if you bend it.
Yeah, exactly. And the internet took that idea and ran with it, creating all these funny scenarios.
Oh, I bet. Like, did people start imagining topologists just walking around confused by stuff?
Yeah, there was one comment that said, imagine a topologist going to a coffee shop and accidentally getting a sock instead of a mug.
Oh my God, that's great.
Because they couldn't tell the difference.
Though, to be fair, a sock and a cup without a handle are basically the same. Topologically, they both have 0 holes.
That's true. You'd hope most topologists would be able to tell them apart, though.
Yeah, I mean, they use more than just the number of holes when they get coffee.
Hopefully.
But these comments are great. They show how this meme took a complicated math concept and made it something everyone could joke about.
It's true. It got people really thinking.
It proves that even something like math can be funny if you look at it the right way, and in this case, the right way was holes, which is something we all think we understand, but is totally different when you look at it with topology.
Yeah, it's like the meme gave everyone a secret code for looking at the world.
Yeah.
And now it's all about finding holes and seeing the connections between shapes.
And this wasn't some big educational campaign. It was just a meme that people shared.
Yeah.
And then it accidentally taught everyone about math.
It shows you the power of the internet. Sometimes learning happens in the most unexpected ways.
Yeah, and sometimes the best math lessons are also the funniest.
Exactly. But before we get too lost in the comments, let's get back to topology itself. It's a really cool field that's used for way more than just counting holes in stuff.
Okay, so where do we go from here? Because I'm ready to learn more about topology. Okay, so we've been talking and laughing about coffee cups and donuts, but topology isn't just about memes, right? It's like real math with serious uses.
Exactly. Topology is used in a lot of different places. Think about map making. You know, when you try to make a globe flat on a map, there are those weird distortions.
Well, yeah.
Well, topology helps us understand why those happen.
Well, really? So like those stretched out continents are because of topology?
Yeah, kind of topology is all about what stays the same about a shape even when you change it, and how much you can change it before it becomes something different.
Okay, that's really interesting. So it's not just about counting holes, it's about how shapes connect, even when you're like bending them.
Yes, exactly. And that's really helpful in fields like data analysis, where you have to make sense of a ton of information and how it all relates.
So like if you're mapping out like friends on social media, topology can help you see how they're all connected.
Exactly. Or imagine trying to map out the shape of the universe. It's a really complicated shape, but topology gives us the tools to understand it and maybe even see if it has holes.
Whoa, okay, that's some next level topology. It's like this meme was just the beginning, a way to get into this whole crazy world of math.
Yeah, and the best part is you don't need to be a math expert to understand it. Remember that question we talked about, how many holes are in other everyday objects?
Yeah, like a straw or a colander or a pretzel. I'm already looking at things differently now.
That's what's so cool about learning something new. You start to see the world in a new way, and who knows, maybe you'll even see donuts everywhere you go.
I think I already do. But seriously, this whole deep dive has been amazing. I went from being completely confused by a meme to learning so much about math.
It's been great talking about this with you.
Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive. Everyone, until next time, keep thinking about the nature of a hole. You might be surprised by what you discover.